I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The toss right to Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll run for it with Davis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. This is the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Third and long, it's Wilson. And into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
second and 3 from the 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
7, Rams nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Dancing to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And they got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And they're set up short at the 32-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
47-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Robert Foster, 43 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know
that's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he's able to put it through.
Cowboys 14, Rams 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Jabari Zuniga with a stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Foster, 2 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties the game.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. He'll fire deep downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 59 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cowboys 21, Rams 14. Chris Boswell set to...
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this well upfield across the 45. Yeah, good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up
2nd and 11.
The Cowboys 16-yard.
Eluding the pressure. pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling.
Brings up 2nd and goal to go.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Tariq Cohen as time expires in the first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try by Bailey. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
This one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Robert Foster.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. This is incomplete. A curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
12 at the Rams, 34 yards.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Wilson, deep ball for Goodwin. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field. Play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 38.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. From 4 yards out. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Now it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Hunt. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They run again with Hunt. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Zuniga on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Many yards.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, running the cover. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And 10. At at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Devin Bush with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. This one caught by Davis. Wilson, no yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Wilson now on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And able to find a little little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run again with Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And he knocks it through.
That ties the game, 31-31. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure gets there this time for the sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick 6 or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Hunt, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
First down, they'll run with Hunt, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. It's Dylan Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Besides Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A huge play there in overtime. 46 yards on the ground. They'll try to run forward with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
A 21-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is gone. He splits the uprights, and in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.